So this is my Make It Memorable project. So a common problem we see is that students, they have a lot of difficulty learning, like they're not interested, or they find it boring or irritating. And right here, media, kids prefer media over learning. And the reason why, I'm not brain dead, I didn't put that there for no reason, the greater than equal to, the greater than symbol. I put it there because I have a teacher, my family member, she was a teacher in Harvard, which, as you could tell by my math grade, I didn't inherit that. So she said that she had a lot of students struggling in her math class, and they didn't know what that symbol was. So she said, imagine the alligator eating the bigger number. So the kids connected instantly, even the oldest college students. So it came to my attention that maybe if we connect things that we think are funny or fun with something that we find boring and irritating, then we could create something that kids would want to learn. Next slide, please. So I chose this issue because I suffer from it, you guys probably suffer from it, and most importantly, my sister suffers from it. I have a little sister who, and those of you who know, she's a nightmare. She is 7th grade, and her issue is that she doesn't want to learn. She's capable, she's not impaired, but she doesn't want to learn. She doesn't know how to do algebra, like the basic algebra, the X's. You try to teach her, and she'll compare it to an anime character. So other solutions that exist for this issue of not wanting to learn, not being interested, is medicine, such as focus pills, which you could see those in those bulk stores such as Costco. This is just called focus pills, or ADHD medicine. But the problem with them is they cost a lot, and most of them carry addictives that could lead to long-term problems such as nicotine addiction or things that could actually lower it, because you're going to keep pushing on that dopamine of constantly taking it instead of wanting to continue learning. Other things are programs, which also they cost a ton, if not more, and they take up a lot of time. Because right now, especially, you guys have a ton of homework, you have 7 teachers giving you a ton of homework, and you come home, you have to go to this class for 2 hours, and they give you homework as well. And sometimes this isn't effective. This can stress you out more, and you don't want to learn more, and you might sleep in class, and it also could hurt a lot. My idea was Character Smarts. It combines the fun things such as superheroes and fictional characters with sciences and history and math. It's non-profit, first of all, so parents aren't like, ew, it has a premium, I'm not going to pay for it. It motivates students to continue learning because how it works is it's a text document, in a sense, where you could type, and let's say you're writing about a superhero you made up, talking about how their super suit works. You'll use a keyword like expendable metal. It'll trigger and it'll give you some ideas, like Grammarly if you ever used it. It'll say, hold up, and it'll show you this list. And there's a large audience. That's the link to it. How do I get off of this page?
Oh, you need to look up at the board while you can click on it.
So keep in mind, I have the computer skills of a toaster, as you can see by that. So I can explain it instead. This is fine. So how this thing works is, imagine a text document, Google Docs, a normal document that you'll always use. And as you're typing, you'll occasionally see 1 of 2 squiggly lines. A red one, which is your common spelling and grammar error, or you'll see a magenta one, a fuchsia one, so it stands out a little, but it's not too standing out that it bothers you. So as you're typing about your character, your story, or your world that you've come up with to enjoy your life and do all the things you ever care about, you'll get that occasional fuchsia. Like, let's say you made up a race of frog people. They're nice little frog people, they live on this planet, they do this, this, and this, and all of a sudden you're talking about that they eat this. They have a diet of vegetables. You're going to get some notifications. It says vegetables and it says amphibians. So all of a sudden, you get a fuchsia, you touch it, and then here it is, a list of links. These links could be actual scholar documents, or they could be other fictional documents, and it'll let you know. And if you don't care, you don't want to see it, ignorance is bliss, ignore it. It'll just go away if you keep going. So it connects to all 4, of course. For my chemistry, it falls under 3 TEKs. TEK 2, which is Science of Nature, where the science of nature basically states that We don't know all the answers, that's okay, and until then we can keep exploring. This is what it uses. So you might be writing about the super alien race or this machinery. We don't know about that, so it's okay that you don't know, because until then you can make up your own thing. Teak 3, science inquiry, questioning. You keep asking questions. The goal of this is a wormhole. You read about this little pH thing. All of a sudden, I want to know more about this. Before you know it, you're in a wormhole of DNA of frogs and their pathways. And the Teak 5 is the third Teak I'm attaching it to, is that it shows everything goes together. That at the end, everything connects in one chain reaction. For math, I think the main thing was averages. For my two averages was costs and participation rate. According to, I have a few links on this, but according to the costs, just for medication per child a year, it costs about $3,500 a year, which is a lot. And plus, an average American family is about 2 kids. So that could go a lot, especially into college funds. And the brain balance, you might have heard these commercials, they're terrifying. But these commercials that show, oh, we'll help you this and this, that costs triple. Oh, that cost more than that for only 3 months. So for a year, that can cost a lot. That could really ruin your everything. So you may be smart, but you're not going to college. And participation rate. About 30% of all people prescribed to medicine, which could go as ADHD or asthma, any medication, they usually forget or don't do it. So only 30% will actually consider doing it every day if they're told to. For English, of course, it's writing. You're writing, and we stole a little idea from Grammarly, where it looks for grammar. It cares about the grammar. So if you're using the wrong your, or if you could have reworded it, we have that in. And plus, it'll be free, of course, so parents don't get upset. So you see that spell check, and it encourages writing and looking for more literature. I could tell, like, if you ever look into it, you see kids who do research on something, and they can keep going. And before you know it, they're reading Romeo and Juliet to see how that relationship went on. Human geography, it's almost all countries that have access to the internet or books or any form of entertainment. They're going to be interested in this. You can go on any website, Instagram, anything. If you look up anything, Marvel, you're going to find a ton of Russian girls drawing them. Or you're going to find a ton of kids from Germany, Belarus, anywhere. If there's internet, if there's TV, if there's anything form of entertainment, it's going to be there. And it usually falls under Maslow's hierarchy of needs, specifically stage 4. This is his model if you don't remember. So safety needs, which is food, hunger, all the basic things. You can't think about it. You can't think about anything else till you have something like that. Social needs is you need to have a family, you have to have people to interact with, you have to have your group. Esteem is that one, 4th. So esteem is your most important one. That's the one for this one. Because esteem is hang out with people, be in a culture, be in a group. You want to be part of something. And if that part of something could be a science group or an anime. So as long as you feel part of something. And that will always lead to fictional characters. Other uses. So other uses, other than a child's dreams and fantasies, is for scientists or scholars or anyone who could ever need research. Because you could be writing about your doctorate's paper, in order to get your doctorate, you do your research, and they can give you more advice. Because it'll still pop up and show other scholar papers. And it gives you the links, so you could easily link it and easy bib it, and you'll have everything too. So it helps adults as well. Here are my links. Thank you.